Expedition is located right here in New Braunfels. We've been in business and going strong for the past 62 years. We produce top quality materials locally that build your homes, roads, bridges, and much more. One of the largest highway construction firms in the Southeast, and we're proud to be part of the Davenport Wolf Pack. Go Wolves!
Join a winning team with the Davenport Wolves and Bobcat of San Antonio. Our team has the parts. Our team has the service. Our team has the rentals. Our team has new equipment sales. And we got the best lineup of compact and grounds maintenance equipment in town. For the equipment that builds our city and the team that brings us together, Bobcat of San Antonio and the Davenport Wolves are your winning combination.
Our dad, Perry Byer Jr., founded Byer Plumbing in 1990.
And today, we're still family owned and operated and have become the top plumbing company in our area.
And the next generation of Byer boys will be ready for you.
You can trust family owned and operated Byer Plumbing to do the job right. Right now at Byer Plumbing, save $300 off any water softener system and water filtration system. Here today, here tomorrow.
Just for the Byer boys!
Gilman Automotive is San Antonio's #1 auto team. Choose from a stadium-sized selection of new and pre-owned vehicles. If you're looking for a Honda, Subaru, or Mitsubishi, see Gilman Honda, Gilman Subaru, or Gilman Mitsubishi. And best of all, they all come with the Gilman Promise. We promise you'll love your new car or you can bring it back.
Texas High School softball right here on Wolves Network in GVTC, live from Davenport High School in San Antonio, Texas. Cole Pavelio alongside you tonight as it's the Wimberley Texans and the Davenport Wolves ready to do battle one final time in the regular season before these two teams get ready for playoffs starting next week. Davenport entering with a record of 18-7-1. District record of 7-2, putting them in second place. And right behind them is the Texans from Wimberley. Record of 10-16, district record of 6-3, putting them right behind the Wolves in third place, as both these teams will be moving on to the playoffs starting next week, as mentioned. But closing out the regular season here on senior night for the Wolves, and also honoring a few Wimberley Texans seniors before game as well. We'll have that coverage later on to show you, as first pitch just about underway. 87 degrees at first pitch here on this Thursday evening before Good Friday and a 4-day weekend for Comal ISD. In the circle today for the Wolves, Harper McQuaid, and there you see the Texans. Their battering lineup goes like Emery Gahan, Bailey Wright, Ella Patek, that's 1, 2, and 3. Reagan Kinley, Emma Lewis, Julia Leonard. 4, 5, and 6 as the first pitch is just outside from Harper McQuaid. 7, 8, and 9 is Jewel Locke, Leanne Therian, and Meadow Cryer. And that rounds off the order for head coach Robert Click in his 25th year, his 7th at Wimberley. Bunt put down, charging on is Wash. Wash throws to first, not in time. Infield single for Gahan. First hit of the night for the Texans against Harper McQuaid. Bailey Wright up to bat now for the Texans. The catcher for Wimberley to start off the night. Talking about the fielding arrangement, Harper McQuaid there you saw in the circle. Her battery mate, Wash. The infield third base is Brands. Shortstop Kennedy, second base Mendoza, and first base Altmaier. The outfield from left to right, Box, Keller, and Willis. That rounds up the fielding arrangement for head coach Nicole Shedd, her first year here at Davenport. 0-1 count after the first one was fouled off by Bailey Wright. Fly ball left center field, drifting back is Box and Keller almost has it, but goes off the wall. Round in for 2 here is Wright, and Wright will have a stand-up double. Back-to-back hits for the Texans. Ella Patek, the DP today for the Texans. Batting .531 as a freshman. 34 hits to her name so far. Runners on second, third, no outs. Pitch from McQuaid is outside. Goes to 1-0. Davenport on a 2-game win streak. On the other side, the Texans on a 2-game skid. So Wimberley looking to get a win before going into playoffs, and Davenport looking to keep a win streak going heading into the playoffs. 2-0, McQuaid gets the signs. 2-0 delivery. Trying to get Texas chase, but stayed too low. 3-0 count. McQuaid, 71 1/3 innings of work on the season. 19th appearance in the circle. 3-0 from McQuaid. Right down the middle, called strike. McQuaid's been the workhorse for the Wolves this season after the departure of Jordan Stussy, who went to SIU. The Salukis, fly ball foul down the right side, makes it a full count. McQuaid committed to play at HPU after she graduates next year, just a junior. Line drive back up the middle to Keller. Keller launches it off the wall, stays in the park. 1 run scores for the Texans, makes it 1-0. And the ball goes wild back into the infield, makes a 2nd run score, and all the way to third is Pontek. RBI double and advancing on an error for Pontek. Two errors early on, as there will be a circle visit. Coach Shedd goes out to the circle to calm the team down after back-to-back hits and then followed by another double. 2 errors on the play and clear the bases, and Pontek just now on third with 2 runs across here in the first inning. McQuaid, 3.83 ERA in her 19 appearances, as mentioned. 27 strikeouts to her name, 46 runs, 39 of those being earned, as now Reagan Kinley digs in, third baseman for Wimberley. Pontek on third. McQuaid still looking for out number 1. Kinley watches one on the outer edge for a called strike. Kinley, 74 at-bats on her season. Hits this one straight back at Keller, and Keller fields it cleanly, tries to fire it home in time. No play at the plate, as sliding on in is Pontek, a sac fly in the books for Kinley. Makes it 3-0 here in the top of the first. 2 outs to go still. Emma Lewis up to bat now. Second base for the Texans. Batting .208 on the season. Check swing, no swing. As Wash asks for a check down. Lewis, a junior for the Texans. In a 1-0 count, facing McQuaid. 1-0 outside, dips too low. Goes to 2-0. To Emma Lewis. 11 hits on the season, 2-0 from McQuaid. Line drive left side, drifts foul. Moves the count to 2-1. A little bit early on that pitch from McQuaid. As Coach Click meeting with her, discussing the tack here against McQuaid. 2-1 count, McQuaid. Looking for out number 2. Sets and fires. Bins outside. Called strike, 2-2. Julia Leonard on deck. Jewel Locke in the hole. 2-2. McQuaid looking for the strikeout. And it's right down the middle. Strikeout number 1 for McQuaid, out number 2 for the Texans. Julia Leonard up to bat now, the senior. Batting .316 on the season for the Texans. 200 down the foul poles here in Wolfpack Park, 210 dead center. On a cloudy night, 87 degrees at first pitch as mentioned. Chopper left side field on a hop by Brands. Fires to first in time for out number 3. 3 runs across for the Texans, 3 hits, 2 errors. None left on. The Texans lead it 3-0 after the top of the first right here on Wolves Network and GVTC.
I want options for growth at my job.
Anderson Columbia builds roads to success.
I'm a leader and want to help inspire others.
What we do is a team sport, needing your best every day.
I want to enjoy my career. Working here is a real blast.
Anderson Columbia protects the environment while fostering progress.
Consider Anderson Columbia when building your future.
Are you a senior this year?
In Central and South Texas, your roof isn't just protection, it's peace of mind. At Casa Roofing, we've spent years providing reliable, top-quality roofing solutions. Whether new construction, full replacements, or small repairs, our team has you, well, covered. Whether rain, wind, hail, or the hot Texas sun, protect your home with the experts Texans trust. Call Casa Roofing today for a free inspection.
Texans in the field now. Wolves up to bat. We'll look at their batting order right now. Ashlyn Kennedy, Kinley Keller, Abby Brands, 1, 2, and 3 for the Wolves. The heart of the order goes Jordan Altmeyer, Addie Willis, and Katie Wash. Rounding out the order, Kaylee Ramos, Hanson Box, and Mackenzie Mendoza, 7, 8, and 9, getting ready to face Annabelle Linderman in the circle for the Texans. Her battery mate is right. Her infield goes Kinley at third, Patek at short, Lewis at second, Cryer at first, in the outfield from left to right, Therian, Gahan, and Locke. That is your fielding arrangement for the Texans behind Annabelle Linderman. Linderman, 9th appearance on the season, 21 innings of work, as Kennedy watches the first one for a called strike, right at the knees. Linderman has an ERA of 12 on the season. Bunt put down to the right side, but rolls foul. Now on 0-2 count for Ashlyn Kennedy. Kennedy batting .458 in her freshman season. The shortstop. Her 27 hits is second best on the team. Just behind Kinley Keller, who we'll see up next. .0-2 count. Linderman looking for the strikeout. Fly ball right side, charging on is Locke, and Locke gets to it for out number 1. Good running play by Locke. For out number 1. Now up to bat, Kinley Keller, the Mississippi State signee. Also reached 50 home runs this season on her career. So we'll look to see Kinley Keller at the next level next season. Line drive, gets to the infield and gets to the outfield. A single for Keller just like that. 1 pitch, 1 hit for Keller. Didn't give Kinley, the third baseman, a chance to even try to get to it with how hard that was hit. Abby Brandis up to bat now. Brandis, utility player, the junior batting .312. Launches the first one for a called strike. Brandis playing third base today. .33 RBIs to her name, second best on the team. Now in a 1-1 count for Brandis. Altmeyer on deck, one out, 1-1 count, runner on first in the form of Kinley Keller. 1-1, stays upstairs, moves it to 2-1. In a 3-0 game here in the bottom of the first. From Davenport High School, 2-1. Another line drive through the left side of the infield. That's back-to-back line drives. Have two Wolves on base now on first and second. Jordan Altmeyer up to bat now. Our second senior, Jordan Altmeyer up to bat. The senior batting .286 in her final high school season. Altmeyer launches the first one hitter in the foot, and that loads the bases for the Wolves. The fifth time this season Altmeyer has been hit by a pitch. Loads the bases here for Addie Willis. And a circle visit for the Texans. As now you've got to face the heart of the order in Addie Willis. There you see Coach Shedd. First season at Davenport. Was a softball player for formerly HBU, now HCU in Houston. Also from just down the road in Judson. Now the coach for the Wolves. Addie Willis, .471 average on the season. The junior awaits. Hits this one hard, back up the middle. That one's drifting back, and it's a grand slam. Just like that, the Wolves take the lead. First home run of the season couldn't come at a better time for Willis. Makes it 4-3. One fatal swing, and the Wolves are in front.
Now up for the Wolves, number 17, catcher, Katie Walsh.
4 RBI grand slam for Willis. Drove in Keller, drove in Brandes, and Altmeyer. All scoring as Wash watches the first one for a called strike. Wash the backstop for the Wolves. Launches the next one for a ball. The junior batting .300. 4-3 game now if you're just now joining us after the grand slam by Addie Willis. Now Katie Wash the backstop in a 1-1 count. Watches the 1-1 below the knees, goes to 2-1. The junior, 17 walks on the season. Third best on the team with that number. 2-1, well outside, goes to 3-1. Linderman looks a little shell-shocked after the grand slam. 3-1. Wash awaits. She draws her 18th walk of the season. Will take the 60 feet to first base. Kaylee Ramos, number 1 up to bat, the utility player. .281 average entering tonight's matchup. The Wolves overall bat .357 is the team. Taking off her second base is Wash, and she is in there safely her 8th stolen base. Entering this night, she was at 7, put her third best at the team behind Kinley Keller with 9, and Ashlyn Kennedy with 13. Ramos in a 1-0 count. Watches one outside, called back as it was pulled back in by Wright. 1-1. Ramos, 281 average. Watches the next one outside, moves to 2-1. The utility player is the DP tonight for the Wolves. Linderman fires the 2-1 outside, moves it to 3-1. On deck, Hanson box. And in the hole, Mackenzie Mendoza. 1 out, 3-1 count, 4-3 game in favor of Davenport. Grounder pulled foul. Makes the count full. 3-2 Ramos versus Linderman. Ramos ready. Watches it upstairs, draws the walk. Her 11th of the season. Box up to bat now, the left fielder today for Davenport. The freshman batting .267 from the right side. 1 out still. Runners on first and second for the Wolves. Grounder pulled foul towards the Davenport dugout. Darian will have to retrieve it from left field. As more fans start to take attendance in tonight's game, a few out behind the left field wall on the berm, and I saw someone else walking behind the wall. The 0-1 down in the dirt, evens it up 1-1. For Hanson box, the freshman outfielder. 1-1 delivery from Linderman. Popped up, shallow center field, charging on is Gayon. She watches it fall. That loads the bases again for Davenport. Wash on third. Ramos on second. Box on first. Mackenzie Mendoza, second baseman today for the Wolves, up to bat now. The senior. Batting .255. And therefore called strike. From Linderman. Box on first, Ramos on second, Wash on third. The 0-1 delivery. Also stayed just upstairs. Moves it to 2-1. Make it 1-1. With the 1 out. Grounder left side, fielded by Pontek. She goes short to third, but a run scores, makes it 5-3 with 2 outs. On the fielder's choice. Wash scores, Ramos is out. Box on second, Mendoza on first. We're back to the top of the order, Ashlyn Kennedy. Kennedy watches it get by the catcher. Runners advance 60 feet to second and third. Box on third now, Mendoza on second. 5 runs across. On 4 Wolves hits. It's in the dirt. Goes to 2-0 to Kennedy, who led off this game with a fly out to right field. To Kennedy. Launches it down the inside. Forward call strike. Back pick by Wright. Back in there safely is Box. Count sits at 2-1. Linderman sets and fires. 2-1, chopped left side, gets to the infield. Scoring is Box. And coming on home is Mendoza as well. Makes it a 7-3 game. 2 RBI single for Kennedy here in the bottom of the first. Time called by Coach Click. Mentioned Coach Click in his 25th year. 7th here for the Texans. Currently standing third in district standings. Record overall of 10-16. District play 6-3. Last time these two teams faced was back on April Fool's Day. Davenport took that one 7-2. That one was in Wimberley. 5 hits, 7 runs for the Wolves. Pitch outside to Keller. 1-0. Keller singled earlier this inning. Eventually came around to score in the grand slam by Willis. Ball outside, goes to 2-0. Brandis meets with Coach Shedd on the third base side about how to face Linderman. 2 outs, 2-0 count. Ball outside, framed by Wright, makes it 2-1. Good job of framing it by Wright to help Linderman out here in the inning that she just hasn't been able to get out of quite yet. Looking for the put-away pitch on the 2-1 count. Chopper left side, fielded on the hop by Pontek. Goes to first base in time for out number 3. The Wolves hit a grand slam and lead it 7-3 after 5 hits. Right here on the bottom of the first, the Wolves lead it 7-3 on GVTC and Wolves Network.
Life is yours to spend. Spend it thinking about the future. Spend it enjoying the moment. Spend it watching them grow. Spend it wishing they'd stop. Spend it believing in yourself. Spend it believing in something just a little bigger. First United Bank. Spend life wisely.
Join a winning team with the Davenport Wolves and Bobcat of San Antonio. Our team has the parts. Our team has the service. Our team has the rentals. Our team has new equipment sales. And we got the best lineup of compact and grounds maintenance equipment in town. For the equipment that builds our city and the team that brings us together, Bobcat of San Antonio and the Davenport Wolves are your winning combination.
McQuaid left the circle to end the top of the first, down 3-0. And then the Wolves bats gave them the lead thanks to a grand slam from Maddie Willis. It's now a 7-3 game entering the second inning. Jewel Locke, Leanne Therian, and Meadow Cryer sent to face McQuaid. A swinging strike for Locke to lead off the second. The right fielder for the Texans. Jewel Locke, the freshman, batting 100 on the season. Time called by the home plate umpire as McQuaid had already started her motion. The Texans overall as a team batting .289. 0-1 from McQuaid. Inside, front door strike, 0-2. Team that has a lot of extra base hits, 107 doubles, 53 triples, and 8 home runs. Swinging strike 3, but fouled off and caught by Wash, she plays it safe and fires at the first for out number 1. Second strikeout for McQuaid. Leading off the second inning. Leanne Therian now up to bat. Therian, sophomore, batting 103. 7 walks to her name here in 2025. McQuaid sets and rocks back and delivers. Bunt put down the left side, charge on by Brandis. She double pumps and throws, not in time. An infield single for Therian. The 4th hit of the night for the Texans. Brandis came up with it cleanly, just didn't get over quite in time. Bang, bang play went in favor of Therian. Now Meadow Cryer up to bat. First base today for Wimberley. Cryer is sophomore. Batting .054, watches the first one outside. 1-0 count for Cryer. Therian on first. Fly ball popped up on the infield, handled by Wash for out number 2. Back to the top of the Texans order. Emery Gayon up to bat now. Led off this game with a single, eventually came around to score on the Ella Patek RBI double. Pitch from McQuaid, check swing, got called around for the swing by the home plate umpire. 0-1. 2 outs, runner on first in the form of Leanna Therian. Defense in their normal positions. McQuaid checks the wristband, rocks back and fires. 0-1, hit, dies into center field. Everyone is safe, runners on first and second. Back-to-back singles for Gann. Therian on second. 5 total hits for Wimberley so far. Bailey Ryan up to bat. Doubled last inning and came around to score on a sac fly by Reagan Kinley. McQuaid looking to get out of this inning, keeping the deficit right where it is. 7-3 in favor of the Wolves. Pitch from McQuaid, hit straight back over McQuaid. Gets to Keller quickly in center field, throws on home, play at the plate. But the throw draws Wash up the line, actually works out in favor for the Wolves as Therian had to hold at third because of it. 3 singles in the inning for the Texans. Have the bases loaded for Ella Patek. Patek, RBI double last inning. Pitch from McQuaid is outside, 1-0. This Texans team, 144 runs on the season. In district, they've scored 71. Average right around 5 runs a game overall on the season. 2-0 count now for Patek, the DP. For the Texans. 2-0. Chopped foul towards the Davenport dugout. Will be retrieved by Box in left field. Number 2, Patek, putting up a good battle here against McQuaid. Bases loaded. Patek, a single home run to her name on the season. That one's fouled straight back. Moves it to 2-2. McQuaid. Sets, checks the wristband, and rocks back and delivers. 2-2, let's put a charge into it, drifting back over the wall. It's all tied up. A grand slam for the Texans. And just like that, it's all knotted up again. A grand slam in the bottom of the first, a grand slam here in the top of the second. Evens it all up at 7. Four total hits, 4 total runs here in the top of the second for Wimberley. And a glove fell out of the Wimberley Texans dugout before play could resume. That's what the pause was about. Now Reagan Kinley up to bat. She had a sac fly last inning. Launches the ball. 1-0 count to Kinley. And the hard part, if you're McQuaid here, is that grand slam came on 2 outs and could have gone out of the inning unscathed. 1-0 upstairs. Base is empty now after the grand slam by Patek. 2-0 inside, 3-0. Emma Lewis on deck for Wimberley. The Texans are looking for ball 4. 3-0 delivery. Right down Main Street for a called strike. Goes to 3-1. Kinley gets the signs from Coach Click at third. 3-1. McQuaid fires. Fouled straight back. Forces the count full. Texans mentioned 71 district runs and 57 district runs allowed, plus 14 in favor of the Texans. The full count is upstairs. Good walk drawn for Kinley. Emma Lewis is up to bat now. She was strikeout victim number 1 of McQuaid's. For out number 2 last inning. McQuaid sets and delivers. Fly ball left side, but pulled foul. Box will retrieve it. Now an 0-1 count to Lewis. Kinley on first. On McQuaid. Rocks and fires. Just inside, called a ball. We've seen that one called a strike a few times where it's right on the edge. One. Lewis is set. McQuaid gets the signs, likes what she sees, rocks and fires. Waved on through as Lewis comes up empty. 1-2 count. McQuaid looking to get out of the inning here with 2 outs. One-two fouled straight back off the netting. We'll do the 1-2 again after Wash retrieves the foul ball. Wind picking up a bit, blowing about 10 to 18 miles an hour. 1-2 for McQuaid. Inside, looked like the home plate umpire wanted to call it, but he held off. Goes to 2-2. Here in the second, all 9 up at 7-7 after a grand slam. Bottom of the first and a grand slam in the top of the second. 2-2 for McQuaid. Another one fouled back. Keeps the count at 2-2. For Emma Lewis, facing Harper McQuaid. On the season, the Wolves give up about 4 runs overall. 2-2 again for McQuaid. Numped straight back to McQuaid, and she'll just flip it to first in time for out number 3. The Texans scored 4 on 4 hits and a grand slam. 1 left on. It's all 9 up at 7 after an inning and a half right here on GVTC and Wolves Network.
Anderson Columbia is one of the leading infrastructure companies in America. Our Texas division is located right here in New Braunfels. We've been in business and going strong for the past 62 years. We produce top quality materials locally that build your homes, roads, bridges, and much more. One of the largest highway construction firms in the Southeast, and we're proud to be part of the Davenport Wolfpack. Go Wolves!
Our dad, Perry Byer Jr., founded Byer Plumbing in 1990.
And today, we're still family owned and operated and have become the top plumbing company in our area.
And the next generation of Byer boys will be ready for you.
You can trust family-owned and operated Byer Plumbing to do the job right. Right now at Byer Plumbing, save $300 off any water softener system and water filtration system. Here today, here tomorrow.
Just for the Byer boys.
Already 50 stars on that flag. And by the end of this game, we might as well have 50 runs at the rate that we're going so far. Abby Brandis up to bat right now for the Wolves. All 9 up at 7s in the run column between the Texans and the Wolves. First one fouled off by Brandis from Lindemar. Brandis singled last inning, came around to score on the grand slam by Willis, who will see third this inning. The 0-1 just inside. Ends it up 1-1. Brandis, Altmaier, and Willis for sure this inning. 1-1. Hammered right side, but a lot under it. Drift is foul. 3, 4, and 5. No better place to lead off an inning after giving up a 4 spot in the top half of this one. Delivery from Linderman. Goes straight to first base, and Cryer barely has to move to step on the bag for out number 1. 3 unassisted. Jordan Altmaier was hit by a pitch last inning. Her 5th time in total on the 2025 campaign. Watches the first one for a called ball. Outside for the first baseman. 1-0 from Linderman. That one bounces on the dish for ball 2. Willis on deck, washing the hole. 1 out here in the bottom of the second. 2-0. Chopped foul, almost takes out Coach Alfaro. Down the third base line. There you saw the numbers 10 and 17. Make that 21 in the home plate area for the 2 Davenport seniors, Kinley Keller, Jordan Altmaier. 2-2 now for Altmaier. Be attending St. Philip's in the fall. Is looking to get a degree in kinesiology. one of the fastest growing majors overall, the 2-2. Another one in the dirt. Forces the count full. Davenport overall in the season, 264 runs. Most in the district overall. Fredericksburg behind them at 228. And well behind Fredericksburg is Canyon Lake with 145. The full count. Dips in front of the plate and takes a piece of right with it. And a walk drawn for Altmeyer. The Grand Slam verse number 1 now up to bat. Addie Willis. As it was Ella Pontek for verse number 2 here in the top of the second. Ball outside to Willis. A grand slam was Willis's first home run. And RBI's 18, 19, 20, and 21. 1-0 outside to Willis. Makes it 2-0. Katie Wash on deck with 1 out here in the bottom of the second. Willis digs in. Ball outside, good stop by Wright. Wright, the backstop for the Texans today, the battery Maeve Linderman. And Willis awaits the 3-0. Watching all the way, watches a called strike. Might not see a better pitch throughout playoffs and might not have seen a better pitch throughout the whole regular season. 3-1 count now to Willis. And the crouch stance draws the walk after another one outside from Linderman. Runners on first and second for the Wolves. Time called. As Wright will go meet with Linderman in the circle. As it's Katie Wash up to bat next. She drew a walk last inning. Stole second, eventually came around to score. In that bottom of the first where we saw the Wolves put up 7.
Number 17, catcher, Katie Wash.
But just behind Canyon Lake in runs scored overall this season is Wimberley with 144, just one behind Canyon Lake. Then Navarro at 136, and Banderas 66 runs scored on the season. Rounds out all the run leaders through District 27. Back pick safe, though, is Altmeyer at second. 1-1 count for Wash, the catcher for the Wolves today. 1-1 delivery right at the knees. Another back pick trying to get Altmeyer at second base. 1-2 for Wash. Wash entered today third on the team with 17 walks before she drew her 18th earlier, and then she watches a strikeout right there for out number 2. Strikeout number 1 for Linderman. Kaylee Ramos threw a walk last inning. Did not advance past second after she was called out on the fielder's choice. Chopper straight to Kinley, and she steps on her third base bag for out number 3. No runs, no hits, no errors. 2 left on for the Wolves. It's all 9 up at 7 right here through 2 on GVTC in Wolves Network.
Hey, buddy, got your glove?
Yep, I got it right here. You're coming, right?
Of course. I'll see you in 10 minutes.
Awesome.
Don't forget the you-know-whats.
Whether you're gearing up for a big project or a big game, GVTC has everything you need to stay connected.
What do you think?
They are going to love these.
From smart security and high-speed internet to TV and phone, GVTC provides cutting-edge technology for your home and business.
Thank you.
You made it. Hey, what is it? Whoa, jersey!
With deep roots in the community, we're committed to building a stronger, better, connected future for the areas we serve. Our GVTC Foundation's charitable support and industry-leading products help you stay connected to what matters most. GVTC, connecting you.
There you see a fan taking the game back out in the outfield berm. I know he's had to chase down a couple of home runs already. Might be put to work more, but a good crowd on hand for the Wolves here on senior night, honoring the two Wolves seniors as Harper McQuaid set to face 6, 7, and 8 of the Texans order. Julia Leonard, Jewel Locke, and Leanne Therian. If you're just now joining us, well, you've missed a good one so far, and it's still early on. 7-7 overall, 2 grand slams already. And we're just entering the top of the third. 1-0 count for Leonard. Waves on through the 1-0. Evens up the count 1-1. Lock on deck. Corner infielders hugging the foul lines. The 1-1 chopped left side, charged on by Brandis. She goes off the leather and fires it to first, just not in time. A hit for Leonard. Eighth overall hit for the Texans. Jewel Locke up to bat. Strikeout victim number 2 for McQuaid. Started the outs last inning. Bunt put down. Brandis Fields fires to first for the out, so 1 out there. Runner advances to second. On the 5-4 put out. Leanna Therion up to bat. Singled, came around to score last inning. After the grand slam by Patek, the left fielder digs in with Leonard on second. Delivery from McQuaid, dust off Therian, called a strike. Therian checks the wristband for the call on what the plan is here against McQuaid. The 0-1. Rocks back, delivers. Therian chases outside for strike 2. McQuaid looking for strikeout number 3. And out number 2 here in the top of the third. 0-2 delivery. And it's just above the letters. Almost froze Therian for a strikeout. 1-2. McQuaid spins the ball, rocks, delivers the 1-2 well outside, trying to get Therian to chase again on that outside pitch. Evens the count at 2s. Runner on second. A lovely 9 for softball, 2-2 delivery. Fly ball, jump up by Kennedy, gets over her head, fielded by Box, throws it to the infield, but makes it an 8-7 game for the Texans. RBI single for Therian, scores Leonard. Good try by Kennedy to get the ups, but unfortunately she's not Victor Wembanyama and wouldn't have had to jump if she had his height for the out. Meadow Cryer up to bat. Launches the one outside. 8-7 game. 9 total hits for the Texans so far through 2 1/3. Swing and strike and good stop by Wash to keep Therian from advancing. Meadow Crier on deck. Slightly open stance from Therian. 1-1 delivered. Chases one in the dirt. 1-2 count. And back safely is Therian after the back pick from Wash. 1-2 count. McQuaid's still looking for strikeout number 3. One in the dirt goes off of Wash's shin guard, allows Therian to advance 60 feet, takes away the double play, and moves the count to 2-2. Last time these two met, we talked about back on April the 1st. Wimberley lost at 7-2. 2-2 count from McQuaid. Draws the count full after that one was outside. With a Wimberley win, would make a district record tie between the Wolves and the Texans at 7-3. 3-2 from McQuaid. On the outer edge, called strike 3. Strikeout number 3 for McQuaid for a big out number 2. Second strikeout looking for McQuaid. Back to the top of the order for the Texans, Emery Gahan. 2 for 2 on her day, 2 runs scored and 2 singles. McQuaid looking to set her down for the first time tonight. Chopper left side, fielded by Brandis, and they set down Gahan for out number 3. 1 run on 2 hits, no errors, 1 left on for the Texans. They lead it 8-7 after 2.5 innings of play here on GVTC and Wolves Network.
From Blanco to Bulverde, Bernie to New Braunfels, GVTC Local Lens is your connection to Hill Country happenings. 24 hours a day, tune into GVTC Channel 16 for local high school sports, community events, and original programming. Brought to you with the power of GVTC. Tune in now for a unique view of your community through the GVTC Local Lens.
Truly no better place to take it in the game than on the left field berm here at Wolfpack Park. 2 fans getting the best seats in the house, in my opinion, just in a nice little folding chair. As it's 8-9-1 due up for the Wolves. Hanson Box, Mackenzie Mendoza, and Ashlyn Kennedy. As the Wolves look to answer back after giving up a run in the top half of this inning. Box a little late on the change for strike 1. The left fielder singled in the first, was stranded on third in that 7-run first inning. The 0-1 dips down, evens it up 1-1. One from Linderman. Outside. Moves the count 2-1. 2-1 from Linderman, and rise ball got Box swinging, goes to 2-2 count. Box Box, just a freshman, batting .267. So 3 more years here at Davenport for Hanson Box. The 2-2 above the letters rose too high for a full count. 2 seniors tonight. 9 seniors next senior year. For the Wolves, the 3-2 is upstairs. A walk drawn by Box. Sixth walk of the season for Box. Mackenzie Mendoza digs in. Bunt put down, but goes off of Mendoza, so called foul, 0-1 for Mendoza. Mendoza reached on a fielder's choice. 0-1 from Linderman. Another bunt put down, another one goes foul. 0-2 for Mendoza. Entered the night batting .255. We'll see that drop just a little bit. The 0-2. Chases it outside. Strikeout for Linderman. Her second one of the evening. For strikeout number 2 and out number 1. Back to the top of the Wolves lineup, Ashlyn Kennedy. With Box on first. Watches all the way for Kennedy. Freshman, third best on the team with that .458 average. In a 1-0 count. 1 for 2 on the day. Watches 1 for a called strike. Fly out. And a 2 RBI single. All in the first inning. Watches the 1-1. Dipped a bit and got the backdoor strike call. 1-2. Kennedy looking to put the ball in play, the 1-2. Watches it dip into the dirt. Hits the left-handed batter's box as Wright had to go into the slide to make the stop. 2-2 for Linderman versus Kennedy. Kennedy watches it inside, almost hits her. It's a full count now for Ashlyn Kennedy. Kennedy in the top 3 team leaders in average, on base percentage, and slugging. 3-2, line drive, left center field. It's going back, it's gone. Home run number 1 for Kennedy. Puts the Wolves in front 9-8 after Kennedy's home run. As Coach De La Serna calling back Hanson Box for the shin guards, and there you see that home run again from Ashlyn Kennedy over left center field. We'll see who retrieves that one, but now Kinley Keller up to bat. 2 runs across on that home run by Kennedy. Puts the Wolves back in front 9-8. If you were expecting a pitcher's duel tonight, well, you've been proven dead wrong. Through 2 full innings. It's a 9-8 game. 3 total home runs. 1-0 count for Kinley Keller. Single and a ground out to her name. All in the first inning. Now in a 2-0 count. After the first one was a ball, and the second one in the dirt. Now 2-0. Keller the leader in all three. Average on base and slugging. Grounded, gets to the infield. Another single for Keller. Keller's bat to ball skills are why she has 50 career home runs and is signed to play for the Bulldogs of Mississippi State. The outfield shifting for a pull here against Abby Brandis. And all but the first baseman playing a bit more for a pull as well. First pitch from Lindermeyer in the dirt for Brandis. Single and a run scored in the first. Grounded out in the second. Now here in the third again, up to bat. 1-0 count. Nice pitch from Linderman for a called strike right at the letters. 1-1. Altmeyer on deck. Willis in the hole. Line drive, left center field. That will drop down in the outfield. Keller stays on third. A stand-up double for Brandis. And she's halfway to the cycle. Two hits here in the third for the Wolves. Altmeyer looking for a big senior night. Hit by a pitch and a run scored and a walk. Looking for a hit here. 1 out. Goes off the underside of the bat for a foul ball. Up at the eyes, she chased it. 0-1. Almost takes out Coach Shedd, and she'll give Jordan Altmeyer a stare down. Almost had to put her softball skills to use. Got her undergraduate degree from HBU, now HCU, and got her master's in 2020 from UIW just down the road in San Antonio. 0-2 to Altmeyer. Big pop-up, drifting back to left field. Therian Gahan calls it off and fielded, but scoring a run makes it 10-8. Runners advance. Keller scores, and Brandis on third now on the sac fly. Sac fly to the outfield. Makes it a 10-8 game. 2 outs here, bottom of the third. Brandis on third, Willis up to bat. Had the grand slam in the first. Launches the first one. So Altmeyer 0 so far through 3 plate appearances. Deep fly ball, but got too much under it, and camping under it is Gahan for out number 3. 3 runs across for the Wolves on 2 hits, no errors, 1 left on. The Wolves lead it through 3, 10-8, right here on GVTC and Wolves Network.
Anderson Columbia is one of the leading infrastructure companies in America. Our Texas division is located right here in New Braunfels. We've been in business and going strong for the past 62 years. We produce top quality materials locally that build your homes, roads, bridges, and much more. One of the largest highway construction firms in the Southeast, and we're proud to be part of the Davenport Wolfpack. Go Wolves!
Life is yours to spend. Spend it apart. Spend it together. Spend a little now spend a lot later. Spend it fearlessly. Spend it faithfully. First United Bank. Spend life wisely.
Wolves fans have a lot to be excited about here on senior night after 2 home runs for their team. They lead it 10-8, the Wolves over the Texans, as the Texans are due up here in the 4th. 2, 3, and 4 due up. Bailey Wright, Ella Patek, and Reagan Kinley sent to face Harper McQuaid. Ball outside, 1-0 for Bailey Wright. McQuaid sets. Rocks and fires. The 1-0. Pop up on the infield. Wash and Brandis go for it. Brandis calls off Wash and fields it for out number 1. Ella Patek up to bat now. Patek halfway to her cycle for her. She's got 2 of the 3 extra base hits needed. She's got a double and a home run. Looking for the triple still. 5 RBIs to her name, 2 runs of her own scored. Launches the first one for a ball. 1-0 count to the dangerous Pontek. Batting over 500 as a freshman. 1-0. Got to be happy for Coach Click knowing you got 3 more years of Ella Patek. Quaint sets. Delivers the 2-0 in the dirt to Patek. Likely the best option against the ever dangerous Patek. Entered the day with 29 extra base hits, 24 doubles, 4 triples, and a home run. Watches the called strike for 3-1. Patek the DP. Long pause from McQuaid, the 3-1. It's outside to Patek. She draws the walk. Best option against Patek is to give up a walk if you don't set her down. 30th walk of the season for Patek. As Reagan Kinley up to bat, a sac fly to her name. RBI on that sac fly and in the walk. Waves on through the first pitch from McQuaid and got a piece of it. Fouled it straight back to the glove of Wash, though. 0-1 for Kinley. Wind's starting to pick up a bit, blowing right to left here in Wolfpack Park. Chopper left side. Brandis holds it, fires to first for the sure out. And Altmaier tries to double him up to Mendoza, but just the 1 out to make it 2. 5-3 on the put out for out number 2. Emma Lewis up to bat, 0 for 2 on her day. A strikeout looking in the first. And then a ground out to McQuaid in the circle in the second. McQuaid looking to keep the Texans quiet for the first time tonight. Lewis down at a strike now after waving through the first one. 0-1. Ball outside from McQuaid. Evens it to Lewis, 1-1, the second baseman. The junior batting .208. On base percentage of .354. Line drive left field, drifting back is Box. Goes over Box's head. Scoring is Patek, a double for Lewis. RBI double for Lewis over the head of Box. Makes it 10-9. Texans down a run here. That's Julia Leonard up to bat now. 4 straight innings of a hit and 4 straight innings of runs for the Texans. Lewis on second. Leonard watches the first one, stopped by Wash. Wash throws to first, and dead in the water is Lewis. Coach Click, though, holding everyone on the field, does not think Lewis got thrown out. Looked like Lewis tried for the swim move, and now the umpires will meet to discuss this. We'll see it again here on the replay. And it looks like the out was confirmed. Wash throws it down here, and we'll see there the swim move attempt, but looks like she got caught up a bit on the swim move attempt. Out number 3. That does it for the Texans. 1 run on 1 hit. No errors, no one left on. The Wolves lead it 10-9 as we head to the bottom of the 4th right here on Wolves Network and GVTC.
The Heidelberg Materials Surftex Quarry has been producing crushed stone since 1936. Our products are vital to our infrastructure and economy. We are committed to giving back and supporting our local community. As one of the largest employers and taxpayers in the area, we provide significant economic benefits to Garden Ridge and the surrounding communities. We are more than just a stone quarry. We provide a material to build the future.
GVTC has a new channel.
Sports, graduations, local events, and more.
It's all local programming all the time.
Local Lens on Channel 16.
Local programming and local community, and you get GVTC TV streaming now
On your phone or in your home.
Watch me on GVTC TV, Local Lens, Channel 16.
Channel 16.
One more time so you don't forget, watch Local Lens on GVTC TV, Channel 16.
Springtime season just about starting to round up as the high school year starting to round off as well. Looking around Davenport, though, as Katie Wash up to bat now. Davenport boys golf taking place in the regional round right now. The boys took the region. Overall, a score of 597. They beat the likes of Corpus Christi Cal Allen, Fredericksburg, Pleasanton, and Beeville Jones. That 597. 12 better than second place, Cal Allen. Looking at the individual scores, Kyle Doolittle took it for the Wolves. Overall score of 132 and 2 under in the final round of regionals. Fouled off, goes to 2 and 2 for Katie Wash. Caleb Patrick, 142 overall score. Kerr Gasparovich, 157. Caleb Ramirez, 166. And Austin Walrath, 180. That is the final scores from the regional round for the boys golf. Fly ball left side charged on by Therian, but Pontek gets to it first, falls down, makes the catch still, and holds on for out number 1. Now, Kaylee Ramos, the DP, digs in. A walk and a ground out so far for Ramos here this evening. Chopper, left side, fielded in play by Kinley, fires to first in time for 2 outs. 2 quick outs for the Wolves here in the bottom of the 4th. The girls soccer team made it to state this season. They lost in the state championship game up in Georgetown to Salina. Led 0-1 at the half. Salina scored 2 in the second half to take the 4A girls state championship. A very successful season all around. Davenport, the 1-0. To box inside 2-0. Boys baseball playing at Bandera tonight. Currently sitting third in district standings, 2-0 chopped left side. Baseball 15-3-2 currently as things stand. They're behind Wimberley in Navarro in the district standings. Navarro and Wimberley tied at 6-1. So push got to come to shove eventually between those two. Fly ball drifting back right center field, calling it off is Gahan for out number 3. 3 up and 3 down here in the bottom of the 4th for the Wolves. They lead it 10-9 right here on Wolves Network and GVTC.
Our dad, Perry Byer Jr., founded Byer Plumbing in 1990.
And today, we're still family owned and operated and have become the top plumbing company in our area.
And the next generation of Byer boys will be ready for you.
You can trust family-owned and operated Byer Plumbing to do the job right. Right now at Byer Plumbing, save $300 off any water softener system and water filtration system. Here today, here tomorrow.
Just for the Byer boys.
From Blanco to Bulverde, Bernie to New Braunfels, GVTC Local Lens is your connection to Hill Country happenings. 24 hours a day, tune into GVTC Channel 16 for local high school sports, community events, and original programming. Brought to you with the power of GVTC. Tune in now for a unique view of your community through the GVTC Local Lens.
If you're just now joining us, you've missed a good one so far. 2 grand slams, one in the bottom of the first, one in the top of the second, and then a home run as well, added on top of all that. Texans have not gone down quietly in an inning of theirs yet so far. 7, 8, and 9 due up. I think that's 6, 7, and 8. Chopper left side, fielded on the hop by Kennedy. Kennedy's throw over the head of Altmaier goes towards the backstop. Throw to second, not in time. Leonard reaches on the E6. Third error of the night for the Wolves. 2 back in the first allowed a run to score. Now Jewel Locke up to bat. Strikeout to her name and a ground out. On deck, Leanne Therian. Fouled straight back. Goes off the netting for strike 1. To the Texans right fielder. Gets the call from Coach Click down at third. The assistant coaches for the Texans, Mercedes Salinas and Katie Bronkfried. The 0-1. Around the outer black for strike 2. Lock in the hole. Will be Locke's second strikeout of the evening. McQuaid looking for strikeout number 4. The 0-2 just outside. The home plate umpire thought about it for some time. Calls it a ball, 1-2. One-two chopped straight to Brandis. Fires to first, back to Altmaier, back to Brandis, and it goes a little wide. But 1 out, runner advances 60 feet. Leanna Therian up to bat now, 2 singles. One of them being an RBI single and a run scored in total for her name. Lock out on the fielder's choice. Leonard on third, 1 out. Here, top of the 5th. Waves on through the ball in the dirt for Therian for strike one. Therian entered the night batting 103. 0-1 for McQuaid. Bunt put down, rolls foul after it goes off of Therian's foot. Now 0-2 for Therian. Coach Click telling Therian to chop down at the ball. 0-2. Looking for a contact play here for the Texans. The 0-2. Too low. Good eye from Therian. Moves it to 1-2. Wind blowing from the first base side of the field to the left field foul pole. The 1-2 chopped back straight to McQuaid. Gets Leonard in a rundown. And Leonard's called out at third, trying to get back. Therian reaches safely on the 1-5. 2 outs for the Texans. Pinch hitter here for the Texans. Lacey Botkin replacing Meadow Cryer. Botkin watches the first one below the knees. Botkin, the senior, one of 3 seniors for the Texans, batting 171 on the season. The other senior being Ella Irwin and Julia Leonard, the 3 seniors for the Texans. 2-0 to Botkin. Delivery from McQuaid. Fouled off back. Moves it to 2-1. Texans looking to possibly put a runner in motion. Coach Click telling Therian to get a good jump. 2-2 now to Botkin. McQuaid looking to keep the Texans silent here in the top of the 5th. 2-2, sets down Botkin looking. Strikeout number 4 for Harper McQuaid, keeps the Texans silent. The Wolves lead at 10-9 right here on Wolves Network in GVTC.
So, where are we eating?
With GVTC's blazing fast fiber speeds,
3.5 stars, not a chance we try anything under 4.
you might feel like other things in life are taking a little longer than before.
Ooh, what sounds better, La Fiesta or Dumpling Palace?
Ooh, Dumpling Palace.
Ew, gross.
We may not be able to speed up your dinner decisions, but we can provide fast and consistent premium Wi-Fi to search all the available options. Enjoy the GVTC difference, and please be patient with things that may have seemed to...
Wait, what are we gonna watch?
Slow down a bit. GVTC, connecting you.
There you see the coaching crew for the Wolves. Coach Shedd, the head coach, on your right. Coach Alfaro on your left. Also with them, Carlos De La Cerda and Megan McClendon are the four coaches for the Wolves, as Coach De La Cerda makes his way to first base. For the first base coach, Coach Shedd. The third base coach, Coach McClendon, Coach Alfaro in the dugout with the team. 9-1-2 due up for the Wolves. Mackenzie Mendoza, Ashlyn Kennedy, and Kinley Keller Mendoza watches the first one from Linderman in the dirt. 1-0. Both these teams on a streak. One a winning streak and one a losing streak. Chop left side to Kinley. Mendoza beats it out. Mendoza goes to second on the errant throw from Kinley. And she's going all the way to 3 after the ball is not brought in quickly. It's called a dead ball, so we'll see where they put Mendoza. It looks like they're putting her at second base. They're saying it was a ground rule double. There you see the errant throw from Kinley, gets by the first baseman, Cryer. And Mendoza goes over to second on the ground rule double. Double in the book for Mendoza. Ball to Kennedy. First hit since back in the third for the Wolves. 1-0 gets by the backstop right, allows Mendoza to take third on the pass ball. So she got to third, she thought, on her ground rule double. Now she's on third officially, and a 2-0 count for Kennedy. Seven total hits so far for the Wolves. 4 in the first. None in the second. 2 in the third, none in the fourth, and 1 currently here in the fifth. 3-0 count for Kennedy. 2 RBI single in the first. Watches the 3-0 for a called strike. 2-run home run in the third. That was that third and currently final home run of the game so far. 3-1 count for Kennedy. The shortstop awaits. Shoots it foul, makes it full. Kennedy mentioned just a freshman, almost batting .500 in her freshman campaign and slugging .712. OPS up over 1,200. The 3-2 is well outside, and Kennedy draws the walk. Kinley Keller, the senior now, up to bat. Time called. As Kennedy took second on a heads-up play as Texans were a little slow to get the ball back into the circle. So Kennedy on second. Sky-high fly ball, drifting under it is Gahan. Tagging up, though, is Mendoza. Mendoza will score on the sac fly. Makes it 11-9 in favor of the Wolves. Sac fly from Keller, straight to center field for out number 1. Scores Mendoza from third. Kennedy moves to third, and Abby Brandis up to bat now. Single and a double to her name and a run scored. 11-9 game. That one takes a nasty hop off of right. Charging on home is Kennedy, makes it 12-9. On the pass ball, 1-0 count to Brandis. Altmaier on deck. Willis in the hole. Chopped foul by Brandis. Evens it all up, 1-1. 1 out. 2 runs across here in the bottom of the fifth for the Wolves. If this game's shown us anything, a 3-run lead isn't necessarily a large enough lead. So the Wolves will be looking to add on here in the fifth. 2-1 count. Ball in the dirt, makes it 3-1. To the third baseman, Brandis. Altmaier on deck. Looking for a hit here on senior night. 3-1. Line drive, left center field, drops down, takes a hop off the wall. Going for two is Brandis, and she will be called safe at second base. And the Texans are amazed by the call. And time called, and Coach Click will have a word with the home plate umpire. And the field umpire is telling Coach Click that she was safe, and he's going all the way out into the middle of the field. And calmer minds prevail, or looked like they were going to for a minute, and here we see that play again. And this is the reason I'm in the booth, not making the calls, but we'll see it again from a different angle. Looks like she might have gone under the tag, but the tag was there if it was placed to her, but I think she got under it just in time. So a double for Brandis. The throw definitely beat her, but the tag did not. An 0-1 count for Altmaier. Screaming line drive, and hopefully no one's car was in the way of that one. 0-2 to Altmaier. Altmaier, one of the seniors, one of the two. In an 0-2 count. Just off the end of the bat, charged on by Kinley, throws it to first in time for out number 2. Brandis advances to third. Addie Willis up to bat now. Had the grand slam earlier in the game, and here we see the replay of Altmaier charging to first base and being thrown out just in time by Kinley for out number 2. Willis in the box now. Launches a rise ball outside. 1-0. 5 total bases so far for Willis, a walk, and then the grand slam in the first. Chopper, right side, fielded on a few hops by Lewis, flips it over to first for out number 3. The Wolves add 2. Here in the bottom of the 5th, they lead at 12-9 over the Texans here on GVTC and Wolves Network.
Join a winning team with the Davenport Wolves and Bobcat of San Antonio. Our team has the parts. Our team has the service. Our team has the rentals. Our team has new equipment sales. And we got the best lineup of compact and grounds maintenance equipment in town. For the equipment that builds our city and the team that brings us together, Bobcat of San Antonio and the Davenport Wolves are your winning combination.
Gilman Automotive is San Antonio's #1 auto team. Choose from a stadium-sized selection of new and pre-owned vehicles. If you're looking for a Honda, Subaru, or Mitsubishi, see Gilman Honda, Gilman Subaru, or Gilman Mitsubishi. And best of all, they all come with the Gilman Promise. We promise you'll love your new car, or you can bring it back.
Texans got 6 outs to play with, which is more than enough with how they've been scoring runs tonight in a 9-12 game in favor of the Davenport Wolves. Coach Click had a quick meeting with the home plate umpire after how the last inning transpired. Leadoff single by Emery Gahan. Third single of the night for Gahan, the center fielder. Been a great leadoff hitter here tonight. Now Bailey Wright. Double and a single, 2 runs scored to her name. 2 for 3 in total. The backstop awaits. Delivery from McQuaid outside. 1-0. The call from Coach Click at third. To Gahan at first. And right in the box. 1-0. McQuaid gets the signs. Time called by Wright. $11 total hits for the Texans so far. Ball in the dirt. Good stop by Wash. Holds Gahan. Count goes to 2-0. Wash hasn't gotten a chance to show off their arm tonight yet, but she's got a good one. 2-0. Fly ball left center field, and it's gone. 11-2 game. Home run for Bailey Wright. (11-2, 12). Still in favor of the Wolves, and it looks like Harper McQuaid is done in the circle. Now we'll do it for McQuaid, and we'll have the new pitcher for the Wolves after this break right here on Wolves Network and GVTC.
Anderson Columbia is one of the leading infrastructure companies in America, and our Texas division is located right here in New Braunfels. We've been in business and going strong for the past 62 years. We produce top quality materials locally that build your homes, roads, bridges, and much more. One of the largest highway construction firms in the Southeast, and we're proud to be part of the Davenport Wolfpack. Go Wolves!
In Central and South Texas, your roof isn't just protection, it's peace of mind. At Casa Roofing, we've spent years providing reliable, top-quality roofing solutions. Whether new construction, full replacements, or small repairs, our team has you, well, covered. Whether rain, wind, hail, or the hot Texas sun, protect your home with the experts Texans trust. Call Casa Roofing today for a free inspection.
Life is yours to spend. Spend it apart. Spend it together. Spend a little now. Spend a lot later. Spend it fearlessly.
Tegan Massey now in the circle for the Wolves. First pitch called strike from Massey to Ella Patek. Massey on the season. This is her 14th appearance. 27 2/3 innings of work so far, an ERA of 3.8. Ball in the dirt. Moves it to 1-1 to Patek, who's reached base safely in her 3 plate appearances. Had a double in the first, an RBI double, came around to score. Then in the second, had a grand slam and scored herself and everyone else on base. Then in a walk in the fourth and came around to score. Now 2-1 count. Facing Massey. Massey, the sophomore. 22 strikeouts to her name. Screaming fly ball foul off the netting. Would have been heading for the baseball field. Net keeping it right here on the softball field. 2-2 count. Massey looking for the strikeout, looking to set down Patek for the first time tonight. And it's fouled straight back. Keeps it at 2-2. The final line for Harper McQuaid. 5 full innings of work. 12 hits allowed, 11 runs, and 4 strikeouts to her name. 2-2, and Massey's looking for strikeout number 1. And it's strikeout number 1, a good breaker. Freezes Patek for out number 1. Nothing Patek could do with that one except watch it. A big out number 1 here in the 6th. Reagan Kinley up to bat now. 0 for 1 on 3 plate appearances, a sac fly, and a walk to her name. Ball in the left-handed batter's box. Moves it to 1-0 from Massey. 4 pitchers have appeared on the season for the Wolves. Massey, McQuaid, Alcé, and Victoria Villarreal. The 4 pitchers on record. 2-2 count. 2-0 count to Kinley. I looked up for a moment and was looking through the window, and I don't know how to read numbers sometimes. It's a little hard. 2-0. Line drive, back up the middle, charging on is Keller, but it dies in front of her. A hit for Reagan Kinley, her first of the night. 3 hits across here in the 6th for the Texans, and Emma Lewis up to bat. 1 for 3 with a strikeout and a double and an RBI to her name. Second baseman entered the night batting .208. 1 out here, top of the 6th. Fly ball right side, drifting under is Willis. She'll field it cleanly for out number 2. Julia Leonard up to bat now, the DP. Ground out, singled, and reached on an error so far. She pauses to tie her shoe. Always a little harder to tie her shoe with a glove on, but manages to do so quite quickly. Leonard digs in. Looks like she'll put down the bunt. She pulls it back for a called strike. Been in a called strike all night long. Looks outside to me, but called strike nonetheless. Has been a zone that's a little wider to the far side of right side batters, the 0-1. That one looked like it was over the plate. Must have dipped too low. Goes to 1-1. Could have been a makeup call as well. 1-1. Massey spins the ball, checks the wristband and fires the 1-1. Leonard late on that one. Moves it to 1-2. Felt the wind back here. 1-2. 2 outs. Massey gets the signs. Toes the rubber. Rocks and fires the 1-2. Fouled off and takes a piece of wash along with it. Keeps that 1-2. Here we see that foul ball that took a piece of Wash's mask with it. Massey and Wash ready to do the 1-2 again. Leonard digs in. One-two delivered outside. Moves it to 2-2. As things stand, McQuaid set up for the win if the score holds as is. 2-2, Leonard digs in. Massey rocks and fires. Fly ball, line back to center field. Keller going back, and it's over the wall. The Texans take it, the lead, 13-12. Leonard's 4th home run of the season gives the Texans the lead. Time called as Coach Shedd goes to the circle, talking to Tegan Massey. as the Texans lead it 13-12. The 5th home run of the night. Three for the Texans. Wright, Patek, and now Leonard all have home runs as they lead it 13-12. Three runs on 3 hits here on the top of the 6th. Chopper, right side, fielded on a hop by Mendoza, and a good bounce back out after the home run by Leonard. 3 runs on 3 hits. No one left on, no errors. Texans lead it 13-12. We head to the home half of the 6th here on GVTC and Wolves Network.
Hey, buddy, got your glove?
Yep, I got it right here. You're coming, right?
Of course. I'll see you in 10 minutes.
Awesome.
Don't forget the you-know-whats.
Whether you're gearing up for a big project or a big game, GVTC has everything you need to stay connected.
What do you think?
They are going to love these.
From smart security and high-speed internet to TV and phone, GVTC provides cutting-edge technology for your home and business.
Thank you.
You made it. Hey, what is it? Whoa, jerseys!
With deep roots in the community, we're committed to building a stronger, better, connected future for the areas we serve. Our GVTC Foundation's charitable support and industry-leading products help you stay connected to what matters most. GVTC, connecting you.
There you see the center field camera that's helping bring you all the action. Thanks to Wick Productions here on Wolves Network and GVTC. Cole Pavelio alongside you as 6, 7, 8 due up. Kitty Wash's spot as Ashley Honick up to bat, the junior, batting .250. Just sorting things out between Coach Click and the home plate umpire on where the change is happening. And the balls have been hot here tonight. Runs galore. 25 total, so we're halfway to the 50 that I alluded to earlier when we looked at the American flag. 1-0 count here to Honick. Honick pops it up on the infield, charging on as second baseman Lewis. She'll field it for out number 1. Keely Ramos up to bat now. Ramos 0 for on the day with a walk. Box on deck will follow Ramos. Ramos watches the first one skip by the backstop right. Ramos entered tonight's matchup with a average of .281. OPS of .804 on her junior season. The 1-0 to Ramos. Spinner stays outside. Goes to 2-0 to Ramos. 8 total hits for the Wolves, equating to 12 runs. 7 in the first, 3 in the third, 2 in the fifth. They've had big games earlier on in the season where they've put up large amounts of numbers in the first inning. 3-0 right there for a called strike to Ramos. In the first game against Navarro, back on March 14th, the Wolves put up 19 in the first inning in a 22-2 victory. 3-1, hammered center field, but straight to the glove of Gahan for out number 2. Hanson Box now. And she's being replaced, though, by a pinch hitter. This is Avery Campos, the junior. 143 average on the season. Well, talking about how the Wolves put up a lot of runs. They're able to do it in a hurry. They run-ruled Floresville 11-1 in 5 innings back on February the 25th. Run-ruled Lavernia back on March 11th, 18-8. Bandera in 3, 16-0 on March 28th. Waves on through. The first one is Campos. Then run-ruling Navarro, as mentioned, back on the 4th of April, 15-2 victory. And run-ruling Canyon Lake, 12-2 on the 11th of this month. The 0-1 skips by the backstop right, moves it to 1-1. To Avery Campos. Moves to 2-1. Campos. 2 outs. Mackenzie Mendoza on deck. Chopper left side, but goes foul. Writes the count to 2-2. Campos got 3 hits to her name, but 4 RBIs on those 3 hits. 2-2 to Campos. Chopped off the plate, foul back. Keeps it at 2-2. Two pinch hitters here in the 6th. Honick for Wash, Campos for Box. 2 outs through 2 batters. Ball upstairs, 3-2. Mendoza on deck. If the Wolves can get to Mendoza, would set up the top of the order here in the 6th. 2-2, and it's outside, and that was a 3-2 count, and there's the walk for Campos. Now, number 9 batter. Mackenzie Mendoza looks like we'll get a runner here for Campos. It will be Mackenzie Mendoza in the box, though, as it's Hanson Box running for Campos. So Campos bad for Box. Now Box running for Campos. And Mackenzie Mendoza in the batter's box. 2 outs here in the 6th for the Wolves. Spinner stays upstairs. 1-0. Mendoza, second base today for the Wolves. Reached on a fielder's choice, struck out and doubled back in the 5th. 1-0 from Linderman. Stays upstairs again. 2-0. Ashlyn Kennedy on deck. Kinley Keller in the hole. 2-0 from Linderman. Raker breaks down the heart of the zone. Moves it to 2-1 for Mendoza. Linderman pauses and delivers. 2-1 pops up on the infield. Going under it is Kinley. Bumps into Patek, though. And they field it for out number 3. No runs, no hits, no errors. 1 left on for the Wolves. We head to the final frame. Texans lead it 13-12 here on Wolves Network in GVTC.
Join a winning team with the Davenport Wolves and Bobcat of San Antonio. Our team has the parts. Our team has the service. Our team has the rentals. Our team has new equipment sales. And we got the best lineup of compact and grounds maintenance equipment in town. For the equipment that builds our city and the team that brings us together, Bobcat of San Antonio and the Davenport Wolves are your winning combination.
From Blanco to Bulverde, Bernie to New Braunfels, GVTC Local Lens is your connection to Hill Country happenings. 24 hours a day, tune into GVTC Channel 16 for local high school sports, community events, and original programming. Brought to you with the power of GVTC. Tune in now for a unique view of your community through the GVTC Local Lens.
Tegan Massey in the circle looking to quiet the bats of the Texans. They've scored all except in the 5th inning. They lead at 13-12 over the Wolves here in Wolfpack Park. 8-9-1, due up, bunt put down by Therian, bobbled there by first base Altmaier, and Therian reaches safely. A bunt single here in the top of the 7th. Sets up the 2-ball though. Meadow Cryer. 0 for on the day with 2 strikeouts and a pop out. Massey looking for the double play. Bunt pulled back. Ball upstairs. 3 runs in the first, 4 in the second, 1s in the third and the fourth. Nothing in the 5th. 3 in the 6th for the Texans. That's how they've got their 13 runs. Grand slam back in the second. Seemed like an eon ago. Bunt put down. Charged on by Brandis. She gets it for out number 1. Runner advances to 60 feet. They're in on second. 5-4 on the put out. Emery Gahan up to bat. 3 singles to her name and a ground out. And a very effective leadoff hitter. And catcher's gear just sticking out of the Texans dugout. Told to pull it back in. Check swing, but in the zone for strike 1 to Gahan. Has been a formidable opponent for whoever's faced her. This is Massey's first time. McQuaid set her down once out of 4 times. Chopper right side, field by Mendoza, gets it to first for out number 2. Bailey Wright needs a triple for the cycle. Doubled in the first, single in the second, home run in the 6th. Massey looking for a big out number 3 to send it to the bottom of the 7th with the Wolves down 1. Waves on through the first one, Wright does. The bat could have taken flight on that swing. Oh, 1. Line drive, jumping grab by Mendoza for out number 3. A run saving out. And what a grab by Mendoza. No runs, no outs. 1 left on, and a great grab by Mendoza for out number 3. As you see the replay to close off the top of the 7th, we head to the bottom of the 7th. The Wolves looking to extend this game or walk it off here on GVTC and Wolves Network.
Gilman Automotive is San Antonio's #1 auto team. Choose from a stadium-sized selection of new and pre-owned vehicles. If you're looking for a Honda, Subaru, or Mitsubishi, see Gilman Honda, Gilman Subaru, or Gilman Mitsubishi. And best of all, they all come with the Gilman Promise. We promise you'll love your new car or you can bring it back.
Join a winning team with the Davenport Wolves and Bobcat of San Antonio. Our team has the parts. Our team has the service. Our team has the rentals. Our team has new equipment sales. And we got the best lineup of compact and grounds maintenance equipment in town. For the equipment that builds our city and the team that brings us together, Bobcat of San Antonio and the Davenport Wolves are your winning combination.
This game's had just about everything. If you're a Wolves fan and you're looking for the walk-off to cap off this game, first you gotta tie it. If you're the Texans fan, you're looking for a big win here against the Wolves. No better spot though for the Wolves. 1, 2, and 3. Kennedy, Keller, and Brandis. First pitch to Kennedy upstairs. Kennedy in the first inning flew out and hit 2 RBI single. Grand slam by Willis earlier in the game. Good hit by Kennedy, but straight to the glove of Gahan for out number 1. Kinley Keller, honor senior night. The Mississippi State Bulldog commit. 2 for 3. 2 runs scored. Looking to get on base here. Chopper gets through the infield on the left side. That's a hit. Third one for Keller. It's misplayed by the outfield. Keller goes 2 on the single and an E7. Runner in scoring position for Brandis. Keller might have been able to get to 3, but can't be greedy with an out already and you're down. Brandis up to bat. Single and 2 double to her name. Chops it, nubs it straight in front of Linderman. Everyone will be safe for the Wolves. Runners on the corners, 1 out. Jordan Altmeyer, the senior, due up next after this circle visit by Coach Click. No better spot for Altmeyer. She's been hit by a pitch. She's drawn a walk. She's hit a sac fly. She's grounded out. And now your team's down a run from tying. Got 2 runners on. You could send home all the Wolves fans happy here on senior night, along with your fellow senior, Kinley Keller, who's currently on third. Keller on third, Brandis on first. Altmeyer up to bat. Watches the first one in the dirt. Taking off for second is Brandis. They'll let her take it. That takes away the double play. Just need to put the ball in play and let it drop for Altmeyer here. 1-0, liner, left field, but straight to Therian. Running on home, ties it for the Wolves. Altmeyer, another sac fly. Ties it on up, 13 all. 2 outs for Addie Willis. Grand slam in the first. Walk and quiet since then. Time called for Lewis at second to tie her shoe. Brandis the runner on second. Keller the run that just came in. Now Willis. The job is simple. get the ball down. Launches the first one for a called ball. Gap in right center field here to Willis. Watches ball 2. Willis has had an amazing night. Looking for the exclamation point. (2-0). In the dirt, going for third is Brandis on the wild pitch. She is standing up easily on third. And throw back to Linderman almost goes over her head from right. 3-0 count. Willis can watch all the way unless she loves it. 2 outs. Runner on third. 13-13. Texans to Wolves. Draws the walk. Ball well outside. Catcher Katie Walsh up to bat. Entered with a 300 average for the junior. Time called as getting Walsh's equipment back into the dugout. Runners at the corners. The only one that matters is the one on third. Ball outside to Walsh. Linderman's been wild at times. If she's wild here, it would end it. Cloud darkens. 1-0 in there for a strike. Wash on the season. 16 RBIs and a 1-2 count now. One-two, Wash awaits. Ball well outside, evens it up. 2-2. 2 outs. Runners on the corners for Wash. Ramos on deck. Box in the hole. 2-2. Fouled off, staying alive is Wash. Keeps it at 2s. Two. Well upstairs, draws it full for Katie Wash. Three-two count. 2 outs, runners on the corners for Wash. Wash fouls it back. 7 runs in the first, 3 in the third. 2 in the 5th, and 1 here in the 7th for the Wolves. And it's all knotted up, 13-13. For one team, 13 will be an unlucky number. Ball down in the dirt, loads the bases. Willis on second, Wash on first, Brandis on third, Ramos up to bat. Ramos on the day has not reached safely. She drew a walk in the first. Grounded out twice, lined out once. For the junior, batting 143. Big spot here for the junior. The Texans on the right, getting loud. The Wolves on the left, trying to be louder. Ramos watches all the way, ball outside. Very well could be a walk-off if Linderman can't find the zone. One-0. Ball catches the zone right at the letters. Ten walks in total for Linderman so far. The 1-1. Line on the ground. Goes the short way, and we're going to extras. 13-13 between the Wolves and the Texans. Right here on Senior Night on GVTC and Wolves Network, we've got extras.
Life is yours to spend. Spend it apart. Spend it together. Spend a little now. Spend a lot later. Spend it fearlessly. Spend it faithfully. First United Bank. Spend life wisely.
Gilman Automotive is San Antonio's #1 auto team. Choose from a stadium-sized selection of new and pre-owned vehicles. If you're looking for a Honda, Subaru, or Mitsubishi, see Gilman Honda, Gilman Subaru, or Gilman Mitsubishi. And best of all, they all come with the Gilman Promise. We promise you'll love your new car, or you can bring it back.
Tegan Massey in the circle and extras. Awaiting her catcher, Katie Wash, after Wash was stranded on the base pass to end the bottom of the 7th. Massey will get a few warm-up tosses before facing the heart of the Wimberley order. 3, 4, and 5, Patek, Kinley, and Lewis. Patek has had herself a night. RBI double to lead off her night, then a grand slam in the 2nd. Walk in the 4th and a strikeout victim in the 6th. One of these teams are going to have to walk away with the L, and one will have a hard-fought W to end their season in this instant classic. Massey fires. Strike called on the outer edge. We've seen it all night long, so Patek can't be surprised. Kinley on deck, Lewis in the hole for the Texans. This night starting to take full effect thanks to some dark clouds overhead. 1-1 for the DP Patek. Massey checks the wristband and fires. Hard grounder to left side, takes a few bad hops. Kendi fires to first, but Altmaier overstretches it. Going for second here is Patek. Altmaier throws down. Good save by Mendoza to keep it on the infield. Patek on second after the E6. Two-bag error. Puts the Texans in a good spot. Reagan Kinley up to bat. RBI sac fly in the 1st, walked in the 2nd, grounded out in the 4th, and singled in the 6th. Ball outside, called a ball. Nothing ahead except playoffs for these two. No more regular season. All that is left is playoffs. Massey sets, rocks back and delivers the 1-0 right there for called strike 1. Wolves looking to go and hold the Texans right here. Texans looking to put up a few of the crooked numbers. Strike called on the outer edge again. 1-2 count for Kinley. Kinley takes a breath before she truly digs in. The 1-2 from Massey. Waves on through. Strikeout for Massey for big out number 1. Strikeout number 2 for Massey. Emma Lewis digs in now. Lewis, 1 for 4 on the day with a double and an RBI. Ball that goes in the gap, could score and would likely score Patek. 1-0 count for Lewis. OPS dipping into the 600s. 1-0, Massey gets the signs. Rocks and fires. Pop up back behind the dish, goes off the netting. Move the count to 1-1. One out. Runner on second. Leonard on deck. Massey, long pause. And she checks the signs. The 1-1. Fly ball. Left center field, calling it off is Keller. Almost runs into box, but out number 2 nonetheless. Leonard up to box. Now, she's digging into the box. Twofer on the day. Single and a run scored. And home run back in the 6th. Got us into extras. Called strike on that outer edge that we've seen called all night long. If I were Massey, I would live right there and force Leonard to beat you opposite towards right field. 0-1. Massey fires. Slow grounder. Mendoza fields it and flips it over to first for out number 3. No runs, no hits, no errors. 1 left on for the Texans. Still all night up 13-13 between the Wolves and Texans here on GVTC and Wolves Network.
I want options for growth at my job.
Anderson Columbia builds roads to success.
I'm a leader and want to help inspire others.
What we do is a team sport, needing your best every day.
I want to enjoy my career. Working here is a real blast.
Anderson Columbia protects the environment while fostering progress.
Consider Anderson Columbia when building your future.
Are you a senior this year?
Our dad, Perry Byer Jr., founded Byer Plumbing in 1990.
And today, we're still family owned and operated and have become the top plumbing company in our area.
And the next generation of Byer boys will be ready for you.
You can trust family-owned and operated Byer Plumbing to do the job right. Right now at Byer Plumbing, save $300 off any water softener system and water filtration system. Here today, here tomorrow.
Just for the Byer boys.
8, 9, and 1 do up for the Wolves. Box, Mendoza, Kennedy. 1 run is all it takes to end this one. Box on the day. 2 runs scored, a single, 2 walks. Chopper almost takes out Coach Shed. And will roll on to the left field corner to be retrieved by Thorne. Box was pinch hit for back in the 6th, so she's actually 1 for 2 on the night. Launches the 0-1 outside. Could have gone either way with this umpire. Goes to 1-1. Mendoza on deck. Top of the order to follow. Line drive, drops fair. Box holds at first. Kicked up the chalk to know it was fair. Perfectly placed. Hit by Box. And we see this replay again, just how close it was to being foul. I don't think you could stick a ruler between that and the foul line. Mackenzie Mendoza up to bat now. Infield drawn in. Mendoza puts down the bunt. Runner advances. No one gets to the ball, and Mendoza is safe. Runners on first and second, no outs for the top of the order. Back-to-back singles. Kennedy now due up. Kennedy, RBI single in the first along with the fly out. Home run in the third. Walk in the fifth and a line out in the seventh. She's hit it well all night long. Puts down a bunt. That dives right in front of the catcher right. Runners advance 60 feet and called out at first, but does the job of advancing the runners. 1 out. 2 in scoring position. Box on third. Mendoza on second. Kinley Keller up to bat. Looking to end senior night on a high note. Fly ball. Right center field, and it's gone on senior night for Keller. Fireworks to end it for Kinley Keller. What a way for the Wolves to walk it off on senior night in a hard-fought win over the Texans. A lot of home runs between both teams, and it took Kinley Keller to walk it off. Her stat line to close it out: 3 singles, a home run, 4 total runs for Kinley Keller. That will do it from all of us at GVTC and Wolves Network. The final once more, the Wolves walk it off 16-3. For myself and everyone else included in WIC Productions, Cole Pavelio. Until next time, so long from Wolves Network and Wolfpack Park.
Not the fun part of being a dad, but I have to speak to you about something that is concerning me.
Concerning you?
Yeah. Heard you and your mother talking about this Arlo fella, and
Arlo?
I wasn't eavesdropping. He's always watching you. His videos are secure. This guy sounds like a creep.
It's not.
Your privacy is very important to me, and I think you need to make better decisions when it comes to boys. And this Arlo is not a boy that I think you should be dating.
You're dating someone?
Yeah, Arlo. I heard you guys talking about him.
Arlo.
Yeah.
Dad, Arlo's the name of the new security cameras that we got from our service provider. We were talking about how great they are and how safe they make me feel. Arlo's not a boy.
Well, that's a boy's name.
Oh, boy.
Ah, not a boy. Apparently, we just learned that it's a camera named after a boy. Why don't you name it Peter?